Hey guys, what's going on? This is Namkraft and welcome to the Sister Starcraft English commentary. This is going to be the final set of ASL Season 20 round of 24 Group E. We will have Rush versus Mong. TVT, not really our cup of tea, but we have to kind of just keep on enduring here and see which player is going to be coming across. Very nice electrifying game in the winners and losers set. And now let's see if Rush has got what it takes to continue on the fight here. Okay, those people are cheering for Paralyzed, but they still stick on. We have a picture of Paralyzed that girl was holding. Anyways, okay, Firebat Hero. He needs to lose some weight there. Polestar, what can we say about this map? This is Polestar. And in terms of win rate, I guess we don't need to talk about win rates. It's TVT. But I guess something I would just maybe tell you, or these girls are praying to the gods of heavens that their favorite players would win. Let's go back and review some key information because looks like neither of these players are going for rushes. Or maybe rushes. Rush is gonna be going for very forward barracks. But yeah, here is the information for Rush. His Elo score last year was on average around 1300. This year slightly lower. And he has been in a lot of ASLs. A lot of ASLs. And his best performance has been second place ASL season 14. That's right, that's what we have. And let me just put out there Crotch Hammer for you to review. There we go, just to see where the players are respectively. And I guess, and then we just compare that with Mong. So Mong is a little bit less in Elo scores, is in the a low 1200s, 1217 last year, 1233 this year. He's been in an equal number of, almost an equal number of ASL, only missing one compared to Rush. But his advancement to the later rounds are a little bit less, right? Only 7 round of 16 and 1 quarterfinal. He's been on only 1 quarterfinal. Could it be his day today to just completely move ahead and defeat Rush? Because TVT is a coin toss in the early stage of the game. With some nice attacks with vultures, you can kind of get ahead here. But looks like Rush is counting on the fact that Mong might be going for an early expansion, and so this barracks, this early barracks could provide some nice advantage. He will also float the barracks over when he wants to. Let's see which Marine will attack first. About the same time here, but the next, I guess Mong wins. Mong wins. Rush doesn't like that, but his other Marine will be coming up very soon now. And we've got a replacement Marine as well. And we're going to be seeing this Marine will attack. We need to pull back the weak Marines. He's going to try to do it. And Mong says, you know what? I am advantage. I will expand. This is correct here because now Rush is on 1 Marine. Mong is on 2. No, both the players are on 2. The SCVs need to come out here. Looks like it's going to be a nice attack. The first Marine has fallen. The next Marine is coming out. This early expansion might cost Mong the game here, but he's able to destroy that Marine. Good micro from both of these players, and that Marine has fallen. So this command center will live. No, nice SV trick here by Rush. Rush is ahead by 2 supply, but his expansion is a bit delayed. Early vulture though for Rush, but I think now we already have the vulture for Mong, so the vulture for Mong will snipe the SCV. We're seeing the vulture moving across the map right now. That SCV will fall, and then it will be vulture on vulture action. But Mong is safely back up behind this, and the game will go from here. Anyways, tomorrow also stay tuned for a little bit more exhilarating group. We will have Hero versus BTS. Is that a ZVZ? I think that is a ZVZ. And then we'll have Royal versus Barracks at TVT. So 2 mirror games to start up the match, the day, and then we will have ZVT all night long, basically. So that is what we're gonna be having. Anyways, now looks like Vulture War is the key to victory here. We are seeing a lot of vultures moving across the map, especially. Oh my God, Terran! Looks like Rush has been slow to this reaction. And the first hit was won by Mong, but we have a replacement vultures from the back, and that's going to be the end of this. Vulture need to go back and maybe hide. Why did he continue to take shots? He could not win the battles. He just need to go back and save himself. And now Mong is going to be on a lower number of vultures here, but you know, his command center is a little bit earlier, So his economy might be a tiny bit stronger. Anyways, floating barracks from both of these players are in the right location, so everything is completely public. There's no private information. There's no dark spots. They can see exactly what the other guy is doing. Looks like Rush sees that the triple factory is out, and as for Mong, he already sees that 2 factories has been made. Um, this map, I mean, with the spawning position like this, we can expect that Mong would be facing some drop pressure in the mid game. So let's see if that is gonna materialize. Looks like Rush is gonna try to come out. He says he's feeling very confident of his previous vulture victory, and his 4 vulture group is gonna snipe in there. Only 2 vultures. Need to have some hard repair work from Mong. It looks like he will lose the first vulture very easily, but he's able to actually attack back and get 1 vulture back when the tank comes down, and this tank will be to press those vultures back. So like I tell you in the previous occasions, in TVT, there's always a tendency to stick with vultures for way too long. At some point in the future, you want to switch back, or switch into tanks. And the players who do it first will be slightly weak at that very moment. But if you actually survive, then he's going to come back with stronger forces. But now Vulture with speed is done. And Rush with his 7 Vulture might be able to do something here. But 2 tanks is enough. 2 tanks and 2-3 Vultures from Mong is enough to stop any kind of shenanigans that Rush could try to pull out here. Anyways, looks like Rush has also made his tanks. So we will see those tanks put in action soon. For now, the 2 players are gonna try to set up some expansions. I guess for Mong, it will be maybe this base at 2:30 or maybe the 12 o'clock position is a little bit safer. But I'm gonna think that he wants to take the 2:30 o'clock. And as for Rush, it's got only 1 chance. He can only take this base down here. He can try to gain the high ground and try to take the 3 o'clock position, but that will be a little bit hard to hold. Anyways, massive vultures for both sides. 2 tanks for Rush, 2 tanks for Mong. Looks like it's going to be Mong who attack first, and Rush is slow to attack. Looks like 1 tank is way too far forward for Mong, who loses first tank very quickly. The other tank from Rush has been pulled back. You need to actually find a weak tank. You need to go for it. That last tank has been sniped, but looks like the angle is much better for Rush. Where's the reinforcement from both of these players? And a little bit far from the back. 1 more tank will fall. Losing 2 tanks for the price of 1 is not good. Mong has completely collapsed. Just like the Soviet economic system, went. Oh my god, what the hell happened there? Nice mind drag to actually save the day slightly for Mong. He has to use all of his SCB. He's got only a single vultures remaining. Great attack, but the reinforcement coming from the back from Rush will possibly close out the game. I don't know how this happened. It all came down to micro. And now these SCBs are forced to evacuate. This may not end the game right away, because now Mong's gonna have some tanks on the high ground. He will possibly have siege mode, but all of these supply depot will fall, and I guess there's gonna be more attacks coming for in the future, so that's gonna be very problematic. The next tanks will be coming out very soon though. But behind this, Rush should try to think of an expansion. Okay, looks like Mong is making only tank. That command center is burning very quickly. The tank is completely stuck by the vulture. Need to go down now. He's waiting for it. He will come down. He's attacking or not. He's waiting for siege mode. The command center need to get lifted. Why is the command center not lifted? And now he's gonna lift his command center. Should have lifted like 5 minutes ago. Anyways, now the tank is waiting. And the moment he's got siege mode, all of those vultures from Rush will come out. As for Rush's side, he's got his 4 factory coming up. I think he just take an expansion now, and it'll be just fine. Anyways, Mong will siege, and hearing that, Rush will possibly back up. He will put down some mines. There's a scanner to see, and the game will resume from here. I'm very surprised. During this time, Rush should have made some replacement tanks. I don't see them. So I feel like if it actually makes some tanks, they could actually try to reinforce from the back. But now these minefields are buying so much time, and he's free to take his own expansion. But Mong comes down the ramp, and of course supply differential is quite huge. It should be 70 to 90 supply. But in the early game, not really in the early game, but any time it's quite not so consequential. I think what matters is engagements. And the outcome of every battle is a lot more important how much supply differential you have. But saying that, Rush will be the one who take his third base a little bit earlier, and he's decided to go for the safe option at the 430 position. Mong comes out to clear this area, and once again, Mong actually he's gonna be on high ground advantage here. 3 tanks defending from Rush. As for Mong, he's got 3 tanks as well. 4 tanks from Rush. None of the players have upgrades, and I guess Mong is gonna say, you know what? I'm gonna try to take the 12 This could be the 3 o'clock position to myself. At least stop you from coming through. He's going to be very, very careful. He's going to try to laser mines on this left side in case there could be a run by. And we are seeing Rush trying to press out on this other side here. Mong's going to take this base. The game is still on. The game is definitely not yet ending, but I'm going to say the advantage, the evaluation bar is definitely tipping in favor of Rush here. Rush participating in the round of 16 will be very, very nice. He's a very, very strong player. I don't think that Mong has any chance to go very far in this tournament. Anyways, a lot of vouchers are coming out, and I guess we're going to be waiting for the next base, the fourth base getting set up by these players. SV is already transferring by Rush. Mong is going to follow suit in maybe a minute or so. Yeah, and I guess at some point in the future there's going to be drop technologies, but if you look at the bases that Mong has taken, this base provide a natural barricade to the main, so it's going to be very hard for Rush to drop the main without, you know, igniting some turret shots here. So we shall see what that is going to be the situation. By the way, because this is the final game and this is going to be going on for a long, long time, I'm going to take this chance to read some advertising. My name is Namkraft. Welcome to my channel, and take a look at the video description of every single video for some nice information. There's going to be a link to the previous game in the playlist, link to the next game in the playlist, and the overall playlist URL. Use those links and navigational buttons to move around so that you are not spoiled with the results. If you have to.net, you can check out Namkraft blog, where you would see Starcraft posts that I made on my blog, and those have proper, you know, spoiler-free tags, so you can see those videos and not get spoiled at all. And to keep the community completely clean, if you make a comment, please, you know, to refrain from spoiling the results unless you're gonna type spoiler, enter 4 5 times, and then type what you want to say, or just say some random comments to block the spoiler. To block the spoiler comment. It's your support, your love for the game is greatly appreciated. There's always going to be a slight disorientation in the channel, a little bit more Korean in one ear, a little bit more English in the other ear. This is by design. If you don't like that, don't use headphones, use something else. And also what you can try to do is use one of the add-on for Chrome in the video description to actually erase the Korean voice, or erase my voice altogether. Maybe in the future my channel will actually gain dubbing features. Dubbing is a new YouTube feature that allow you to add automatic voice to the videos. So maybe you're gonna be able to hear me cast in, I don't know, Hindi, right? Or Russian or Spanish, which would be strange because I don't think the machine would be able to recognize my voice because I'm not speaking proper English. That's gonna be a huge mind drag. You need to clear all of those mines, and these vouchers will be able to clear them all out. Very, very nicely done. And that is going to be the end of this, but it's going to be a major attack by Rush on this left flank. He cannot get anything done though. The only thing he can do is try to surround Mong from all sides. He can try to do that, or maybe he's just going to try to come in here. +1 opens done on both players. Both players are going to be having a nice scan, but Mong is already in the right position to stop this attack. So Rush is going to have to back up here. He's not able to stop Mong, but the thing is, you see, Rush still has his you know, supply differential. Okay, where's his fourth base? There it is, the 6 o'clock position coming up right now. And this drop is going to try to come back in. Nice attack to the middle area. The tanks are not sieging, but now Mong will be sieging from all sides. So this attack will be thwarted. This is a weak soft spot here. But the tank line is very deep for Mong. There's going to be some mine explosion onto the tank, but no, the last bit, I guess he will save every single unit, and Rushes has waited a good solid 10 to 15 supply, trying to break those positions. But now he comes onto the high ground. But I think Rush will be on the low ground still. The tanks are securing, need to siege now. Those 2 tanks will be able to provide some nice coverage. There's going to be some nice mines and a mine explosion maybe. Vulture will surround. Looks like Mong forces are kind of thinned. He's kind of thinned here, but he's able to clear out all of those minefields. And now there's going to be reinforcement tanks. So those 4 tanks on the low ground will be toasted. There's going to be some nice mine explosions. But this base had been saved. And once again, 4 bases for Mong and 4 bases for Rush. Rush initial advantage has kind of smallened. He is no longer having a nice lead, but there is going to be a drop here. This Wraith is being used to attack the tank, but you need to actually focus attention on this drop. And yeah, that Wraith is going to get sniped. That's slightly unfortunate. He will lose a Wraith. Yes, he does. And that's very unfortunate, but there's going to be some replacement forces. Now Mong will need to focus attention on trying to clear this high ground position. Need to press forward with all of his forces. He's gained some inches of ground here. He will attack against his tank because he's got better vision. Does he attack the tank? He's able to clear 1 tank. And he's going to be able to clear the rest here. And I guess this high ground advantage once again go in favor of Mong. But Rush has cleared out this entire base. Every single SCV has been sniped. That was so interesting. Anyways, there's gonna be a mine drag. Though those tanks will come out and clear those forces, but more drops coming through. Rush is just using this snowballing effect. He keeps on dropping. He will drop more. He will go somewhere else. He doesn't even drop here. He will go to the 2 position. There are some SCV will go inside the main, and this will be actually attack 2 bases. That what it would actually destroy the armory. Double armory will be falling. This is a 3 tank drop. It's very, very strong. Where's the Wraith when you need it? It's not here. Anyway, some vultures are gonna try to get back, but the other tanks from the inside is able to actually clear those 2 tanks. Only 1 tank remaining though, so this drop was actually not as powerful as I thought it would be. So nice, nice prop from Mong to defend this correctly. And Mong is coming for a nice counter attack against the 6 o'clock, particularly able to clear a lot of SCVs. This game is so back and forth, but Rush just had a tiny advantage. You know, sometimes that advantage becomes a little bit larger, sometimes it becomes a little bit smaller. But overall, Rush is cruising towards victory here. But we shall see. Mong will still come back because both the players are still on 4 bases. We don't see a 5th base anywhere. More drops coming through. Looks like Mong just keeps on facing these incessant drops against the 3 o'clock positioned. But he's got some his tank lines very deeply positioned, so that's going to be very nice. The entry base forced to be remade. There's going to be a drop, but these tanks are rightly positioned, so they're going to try to go inside the main, and Mong need to return with all of his forces to protect here. He's got there's some mines, but whose mines are those? I guess those are not Mong's mines. They are Rush's mines. And the tanks have already sieged. Those units are going to try to go all the way in the back here, but tanks already in the right location. SCT to run away. There's going to be a lot of crazy splash damage. There's a single Goliath that Goliath go forward, but there's going to be vulture harassments against a 6 o'clock position. This base will get clear out, maybe, but Rush is losing a lot of SCVs against the other base. It's going to be a nice attack in the middle, but I think Mong has just got enough to attack it. Rush has poked the wrong monster. He has poked the wrong bear, and now supply it's kind of different show. It's no longer that wide. But look at this, guys. This main area is going to completely get cleared out. The command center will need to lift itself now. Supply depots are falling fast. The dropship providing very, very nice coverage. More tanks will need to come up from the other side of the map. And there could be more drops here because those tanks are way, way too close together. But the next wave of tanks will come out. I guess this base will get saved, possibly. But look at those splash damage. Very, very nice. Then there's going to be a counter drop by Mong. He would drop some vultures, possibly, to clear out those areas. And yes, this will be that trade nicely. And the next drop is going to be imminent here. What is going to be the plan here for Rush? He has traded really efficiently in this drop. This drop finally get clear out, but look at this, guys. He's going to try to come back. And those SVs is going to take a lot of hits. But look at those tanks from the back doing some nice splash damage. Those tanks are falling very, very quickly, though. SVs are providing some nice visual cue as well to see exactly. And this drop has failed. This drop has failed. All of the Goliaths have died. Look at the position of those tanks. Very nicely positioned. And Rush will have to try to come back here. Anyways, what is going to be the next plan here? The main base has been cleared out, but all of those SCVs are no longer mining the turrets. The SCVs are running away. I guess Rush would try to attack from the left side, and he would try to land right here. This is a very risky move. It would take a long time to go there, but he's going to go there anyway. There are some spotting mines. Yes, there are. No, there aren't. No, there is. There's some spotting mine, but looks like he's going to be able to actually see that. I'm not so sure he's seeing that. He's not seeing it right now. This drop is going to be very depth. Why do we have D-Matrix tank? Anyways, it's going to be a nice attack. That D-Matrix tank will become handy if we actually land a shot right now. SCT to attack. And Mong has not been able to mine correctly from a lot of bases. Mong decided, I'm going to press forward. This is going to be a pivotal moment here because it looks like Rush has got only 2 tanks, 3 tanks. A lot of tanks are coming through. Need to attack with a move. Do not actually siege. He's got to siege anyway. It will get 1 tank destroyed, but reinforcement from the left side is a bit low to the party. Looks like Mong tanks are half of them are actually not siege correctly. He will need to siege them right now. The science are providing some nice vision, but the left tanks are supporting very greatly. And I guess this base is going to clear. Look at this huge attack between both of these players. I guess his command center is forced to get lifted here, and Rush is going to try to come back, but it's going to be, and who's going to be able to siege faster? It is Mong who sieged. No, my God. Look at that explosive attack, but now more attack happening in this base. We'll get safely, but all those SVs are running away. But there's going to be a lot of splash damage. The tank will unsiege, so those units are going to get destroyed. But the next wave of forces coming from the low ground is going to try to come out here. What is going to be the plan? A lot of factory will burn down. The game is just so insane. There's a Wraith there. If Mong remembers about the Wraith, he can actually come out and attack those forces, but he's losing factories very quickly. Vulture is going to try to get in there and put a mine, and he's going to attack them. So this mine will be a completely money mine drag. Insane mine, but those tanks are still alive. There could be more drops happening here. Mong down to 80 supply, Rush down to 135, but Rush has lost 2 bases. No, not yet. This base is still alive. This base is still mining a little bit. Anyways, those tanks are clearing out a lot of forces. We're also be planning. I guess Rush is going to try to attack against the 3 o'clock position because this base is very thinly defended. Exactly. He will try to cut off, and with that, Mong is going to be down to just 1 mining basis. This is a nice strategy. And GG from Mong. Rush is qualified together with Jadon to the round of 16. If you enjoyed this episode, to buy me coffee, the link to that is going to be in the video description. I will see you in the next cast. Bye bye.